What is up guys, this is TSD's reviews and stuff back here with another video. Today I'll be doing a case review for the Pixel 4a. Now I have been using these cases for months and I'm in a pretty good position to advise you which case is the best and which is the one you shouldn't buy. And I've been getting a lot of questions regarding these cases. Which one is better? How does it last in the longer run? Does it turn yellow or is it protective enough? So I'll be answering all of those questions. Now I've got the cases from Seal by Cyril, Spigen, and Rinky Fusion, and also Caseology. Now I don't have all of them, so I won't be sharing my opinions on the other ones, but I'll be talking thoroughly about these. I'm going to be talking about every case in detail, and hopefully you get an idea whether this case is worth it or not. So first off, let's talk about the Seal by Cyril case. This is the first case I got with the Pixel 4a, and if you've seen this video, it has initially I really liked this case. This was amazing. The way it feels, like I'm just gonna be I'll be honest, if I put this phone in this case, the feeling that this case gives you and the way it looks, like from the front and from the sides, and especially these ridges here, this gives you a feeling that this is not a cheap phone. This is not a Pixel 4a. This is I'd say a Pixel 4 or something like a Pro version. That is the kind of feeling that this case gives you. But unfortunately, as much as I like this case, I cannot recommend this. The reason is simple. The back coating that they've used here, it is translucent, but the rubberized coating that they've used underneath this case is of the worst quality I've ever seen. Now, if you look closely, you can actually see these black spots inside the case. Like, as you can see, it makes your phone look so bad in real life because it is so much more noticeable. It looks like as if this case is almost 3 or 4 years old. And on top of that, the other issue I'm facing is that the sides is slowly turning yellow, greenish yellow. Now I don't think so you can see it from this camera, but you can if you hold this case in real life, you can actually see this slightly greenish appearance on the sides, which is so annoying, and it's such a disappointment because I didn't expect this from Seal by Cyril, being the sister brand of Spigen, and I really liked this case initially, but now after using this, I really don't recommend this case. So this, at least in this color, there is a black variant also. Now I don't know how it will look like, but it does have the black sides and black appearance at the bottom. At the back, but I don't know if that will be as good as the others. But basically, what Seal by Cyril or Cyril, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but what they should have done is instead gone for a full opaque back, something like a matte finish. They could have just gone with the full matte gray finish at the back, because that brings out the contrast between the black, the gray, and this orange color button, which would have looked so good. Unfortunately, that's something you don't get with this case, and that's a major flaw with this case. Such a disappointment. It's a shame because I really like this case, and it is, like, if I be honest, this is the best feeling case out of all of these. If these two issues weren't present, I could have easily recommended this case, but unfortunately, since it's not the case, so it is what it is. Now next up, let's talk about our Spigen rugged armor. Now this is the case I was amazed with because I didn't expect it to be this good. From the pictures, I thought this was going to be another boring case from Spigen, but it isn't. This is one of the best cases I've used, especially with the appearance at the top. You can see this pattern here. This pattern here, you can see this, and also there's a carbon fiber trim, and you have these textured sides which look really nice, and it's pretty durable. It gives you that kind of protection, and it's all matte black, so it looks really good. In terms of appearance, it is amazing. But I have a few flaws, a few issues with this case. Number one being, this case does not give you enough protection for the camera module. Now I'll just put my phone inside this case and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. As you can see, let me just focus on this. As you can see, this camera module is completely flush with the case. So this will not protect your camera module from damages, from scratches or anything like that. Now I've used the skin on top, so that's why it doesn't really matter to me. That's one issue I face with this case. And the other issue is that the case gets dirty really quick. So I don't know why, but this material is such that it makes this case look very dirty and awful, unfortunately. And on top of that, these gaps in between, these actually collect a lot of dust, and you have to like remove it with some sharp object or something like that. And the other issue is that the texture at the back, it's not it initially it feels really nice, but after a couple of days or even a week, you will notice the texture slowly fades and the back becomes smooth, which makes this case look so bland, like it has nothing special. But overall, I feel that this case does give you pretty decent protection. It does have shock absorption patterns inside, as you've already seen. Let me just show you again. And it looks nice. It gives you a very elegant look, and I really recommend this case if you want something cheap, some Spigen that's tried and tested, and it does the job. So this is the Spigen rugged armor. Now let's talk about the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Now this is the case I went with when I was rolling a skin at the back, because I wanted a case with this phone, because as you know, the Pixel 4a, when it comes to the durability of the front screen, it is not the most durable phone. So I wanted that kind of protection, and that's why I went with this case, the Ultra Hybrid, because it's clear so you can see the skin, and it also gives you a really good protection. The edges are raised a lot and the camera module sits deep inside. I'll just show you. So as you can see, the camera module sits really deep inside, and you have some good amount of raised edges. So that's a really big plus point. But again, there are a few issues with this case. Number one is that although this is a tempered glass, the sides aren't. This is a standard TPU design kind of material at this used for the sides. And what does that mean? It will turn yellow. Although Spigen specifically says that this case won't turn yellow over time, it does. It started turning yellow within a couple of weeks, I would say. So you really can't see it from the camera, but it does turn yellow. It gives you the yellowish hue appearance or the yellowish tint that really takes away the looks from this case, and it makes this case pointless. Like, why would you get this instead of the liquid crystal? I think that's what it's called. I don't exactly know the name, but that is without the tempered glass. But there's another case which is Ultra Hybrid, but that you get with the matte sides, and I think I would really recommend that, because then you have your standard tempered glass at the back, but the sides are matte finished, so it won't turn yellow. But it does not have that much of grip to it compared to this one. I own the same case for the iPhone XR, so I can easily say that case is definitely worth it over this, especially if you want to use it for a longer period of time and you really don't care about that much of grip. So it's not like it's not grippy at all, but it's definitely not as grippy as this case. But that's all I had with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Now let's talk about the direct competitor to this case, the Rinky Fusion. Now I didn't do a video on this because this is the case that my dad got for himself when he had the Pixel 4a. So now he sold that. So this is the case that's lying with me, and I use it every day. And personally, if you want a clear case for your Pixel 4a, so you can show off your skin at the back, and for usability and all the regular stuff, like if you want to use it for a longer period of time, this case is definitely a better deal. Now this, I got this with the smoked uh, black tint, and it looks really nice. The good thing is that it was, like I said, it won't turn yellow, and on top of that, since this is a kind of a smoked color, even if it turns yellow, you can't really notice it because it doesn't show it. You can't differentiate it. So that's a really big plus point. Also, it has a textured power button, which is really nice compared to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. And also, the one thing I forgot to mention is that this TPU is uh, more flexible, which means that inserting and removing the case is a lot easier compared to the Ultra Hybrid. The Ultra Hybrid, you have to really struggle in order to put the phone and to remove the phone from the case. So that is a big plus point, considering like if we take this case into consideration. Also, there's one more thing I want to know, mention, is that the protection on the screen is decent. It only covers the top part and the corners, and same thing for the bottom. It does not. It's kind of like flush with the screen in the center, like in the middle. So it won't give you as good of protection compared to this, but it does the job in my opinion. And also the camera module sits quite deep inside. So overall, I feel that this case is a better value when you compare it with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. So that is that. And now let's talk about my favorite case. This is the case from Caseology. This is the Caseology Vault, and in my opinion, this is the best case I've used till date. That includes all the cases of different phones I've owned. This is one of the best cases I've ever used. You get internal shock absorption patterns inside, and you also have this amazing feeling kind of texture. This is the real texture in my opinion. What you get with the let me just focus. What you get with this rugged armor, it's temporary. This texture is really temporary. This one, it's there. You can easily feel it. It's so much more noticeable, and it gives you such a really good grip. And also on top of that, you have this design at the top. I don't think so you can see that, but yeah, now I can see it. But the sides also have this slightly textured feel, and you have this minimalistic logo at the back, so it doesn't really interfere with the rest of the case, like in terms of looks. So that's a big plus point in my opinion. And on top of that, the best thing is that this case gives you the maximum protection in my opinion in terms of the sides. Look at this. I'm talking about out of all of these, this one gives you the maximum protection for the sides. So let me just focus here. The edges are quite raised, but also one more thing to be taken into consideration is that the edges here, they are broader. So basically they cover more surface area when they're when this phone is lying down, as you can see, compared to any of these cases. So that's a big plus point. And also the fitting, like the accuracy in terms of the positions of camera module, a cutout, and the fingerprint sensor, everything is literally 100% accurate. And I really enjoy using this case. This is my favorite case till date. It's amazing. I really recommend this case for whoever wants a good, not very expensive case for a phone. So I'm kind of disappointed with this Seal by Sarah. Like I said, it was such a good case, but unfortunately, they screwed it up with the back design, like this material. I don't know why they use this kind of weird material. They could have just gone full opaque with this, and this case would have been insane. So that is basically the full review of these cases. Hopefully now you have an idea which case is better, which one you should consider, and which one you should not. Like I said, if you want a clear case, get this one, the Rinky Fusion. It's available on Amazon. It's cheaper than the Ultra Hybrid, but I feel that this is a better investment. And out of these two cases, the Caseology Vault and the Rugged Armor, I would definitely recommend the Caseology Vault. It's basically overall a way better case compared to Rug and Hummer in terms of almost everything. So if you find this case, if you find any like two of these, get this one. This is the one you really appreciate. And so yeah, guys, that's pretty much it with this video. Hopefully you have a pretty good idea of which case is better, which is not the one to be considered. And I will probably be getting another case that is from Rig Gear. I really like the customizations they offer with the cases, so probably I'll get that with some, I guess, a whole honeycomb design. I really like that. Also, I will be talking more about the Pixel 4a once the official public beta for the Android 12 releases. That'll be next month, anytime. So I'm really looking forward to the Android 12 on the Pixel 4a. It's looking really promising. Hopefully, it fixes all the issues with the Pixel 4a, and I'll definitely make a video on that. But I won't be covering all the aspects of the Android 12 because they are. So hopefully the Pixel 4a, the Android 12 is looking really promising because of all the features offered, and hopefully it fixes all the bugs with the Android with the Pixel 4a, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll do a video as soon as possible. And also, guys, since you've noticed that I'm not making so many videos because of my upcoming exams, so I'm taking some leave from YouTube. If you have any further questions regarding these cases, let me know down in the comments. I will assist you as soon as possible. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, you know the drill, you know what to do, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.